All right, so next is from Billy Carpenter. Subject is who's better. You guys haven't done one of these in a while, so I have one that I think could cause some great debate between the K100 team. Who's better? Triple H versus CM Punk. Who is the overall better character? Who is the overall better wrestler? Who has had the overall better in-ring career? Who has been part of the better storylines? And who has entertained you more? My personal opinion is that Triple H is the flat-out greatest of all time, but we're listening in to hear what you two guys think. Well, just based on Triple H was one of the more over characters during the most overtime in professional wrestling. Okay, so that's what he's got going for him. As a character, his character was better than Punk's character. Punk was just I don't know, they're both kind of like weird. Triple H was just, I don't even really know what his character was. The game, like cerebral, well-built, big guy. Punk is obviously the antithesis of what
he was a cerebral assassin.
Right. So, and the thing about Triple H, too, is that, I wasn't too much of a fan of his promos because he would talk like he was very long-winded. It would take a long time to get to the point. Right, but he would always get to the point, right. And he always he always made a good point in his promos, right? So, but like I said, it was just like he cut these long promos that were getting boring, and then all of a sudden he did his point. But yeah, dude, just watch. I mean, he reminds me a lot of like Jeff Jarrett in his work. Okay, it didn't stick out, but for his position on the card, if you want to use like a star rating, he was in main events, and every single main event he was in was like a 4-star match. It wasn't 5. It wasn't 2. All of his matches were excellent storytelling. Because he was always like that position in the WWE, the top spot where you're in the main event, is a kind of, it's an easy spot to work in. Because you don't have to do a lot, but all you really have to do a lot of is sell. Because like the main event spots in those main events, if you watch these guys sell a lot longer than the mid card guys did. Right. And there's a lot of storytelling, facial expressions. It's an easy spot. Plus, you're over. The guy you're working with is super over, and it's getting the biggest pop on the show. Right. So, but like Punk had that spot too, and it's interesting. Go look back. Go watch Punk do Ring of Honor style matches, and then go watch his matches in like when he was the main event in WWE main events,
right,
on pay-per-views. It's like it's different. He's not doing as much stuff, and that's the way he works now. He realized I don't have to do a lot of crazy stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just sell. You got your spots that are well branded. So yeah. I mean, that's a lot of young wrestlers today. You really need to kind of appreciate like those old school main events with like Rock, Austin, Triple H, Taker, Foley, Brett. Like those guys set, Shawn Michaels. Those guys set they showed everybody how a main event is supposed to, like your top match on the show, how you're supposed to work, and just not a lot of people would do that these days. It's very basic, a lot of basic skill, So, but
they
it
just want to do
works,
high flying moves,
right?
And do where, clap,
right?
Please come back, not.
Right.
But CM Punk is a very interesting character to me because he was a rebel and a shoot rebel too, that he left the company.
Right.
And I've always been a rebel. So I think the fans like the fact that he was rebellious, because we saw Steve Austin was rebellious against the company and how great he did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he could wrestle and he could talk. But I would have to say that overall, Triple H, has had great classic matches, good on the microphone, just all around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would have to pick Hunter, but CM Punk has had a great comeback. The Drew McIntyre, now he's in Bloodline. I mean, if he continues at this pace, he might pass Triple H.
Well, here's the only thing I would say, okay, and I think you'd probably agree with me, is there's no holes in Triple H's game, right? I'd say the hole in Punk's game is his physique.
Right.
It's not, right. So Punk does have that little hole in his game, which is his physique, but he's got he's got all the other tools that the Triple H had. Everything except the physique. So I think that I actually think if you're comparing the two, that puts Triple H ahead because his physique was better than Punk. But they're both basically the way they work, their promos, everything, almost identical type characters. Just solid on the mic, solid in the ring, and they know how to do episodic storytelling.
Right. So you want to chime in here, Joe?
Yeah.
I know you're a Punk fan.
Yeah, I was looking and better character, I'd say Punk. Better wrestler, I'd say Punk. better career, I'd say
Better
Hunter.
wrestler?
Yeah, I just enjoy his matches. And Hunter, I'm a fan of too, but I'm just one of those. I've had this conversation with guys that are still presently wrestling that don't understand. Like, I don't understand why Punk is so popular and all that. And I was like, to be honest, I don't understand either. But I've just always drawn.
Why wouldn't you understand it? The guy comes in,
yeah,
does a great promo,
right.
Out promos everybody,
Yeah.
right? Except when he went with MJF. I don't know what happened there because MJF just stomped him. He Kendrick Lamar'd him.
Yeah.
But, why wouldn't people like Punk after he did that pipe bomb?
Yeah.
That was awesome, bro.
Right. Yeah, his mic work was a draw.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't know what he's going to say. He's going to,
right.
and that shows you because mic work has always been your draw.
Right.
Like this weird fan base that thinks the matches are more important than the promos are just like, they missed the plot. The promos get you to watch to get you interested in their matches, but these guys couldn't care less about promos. But that's why Punk is so good. It's like because most fans are compelled with the spoken word, not the in-ring performance. Because most fans the funny thing about there was an argument discussion the other day about what is the casual fan, okay? And I think the best description of the casual fan is the fan that watches when the show is really good, and when the show's not really good, they stop watching. Right. So, like the casual fan comes in congruence to how well the creative is, right? So that there's a direct thing there, right? So, but the casual fan is compelled by Punk's promos,
right?
Because he's a good talker. Go ahead.
What I meant was because coming up as a fan in the mid to late '90s and stuff when I was younger, and ECW fan, you got your Sandman, he's drinking on the way to the ring, Raven, whatever. It was just a hardcore alternative thing, and then Punk comes in. And his whole thing was, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, these hardcore fans, whatever. And I never thought that a guy that so fervently said, I don't party, would get over with wrestling fans. But wrestling fans have changed. Wrestling fans don't party like they used to. So now he became more relatable to that segment of the fan base that's straight edge and all that. The other thing is...
I completely disagree with that.
Really?
Yes. I don't think the straight edge thing has absolutely anything to do with his popularity. His mic work, I think, is I'm straight edge.
Right.
Okay, I don't drink or smoke. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's like, but that's like, what are you, Amish?
Right.
It's not like his character ever portrayed that he was, well, how do you portray straight edge? Nobody on that show is wrestling drunk or coming across as drunk on the show. Right.
But when he was a heel and he would really lean into the straight edge stuff, he would, crowd, I see y'all got your beers,
but that's his mic work though.
Right.
Yeah.
I just never thought a straight edge guy would be the number one guy in the company. That was crazy.
Konnan, do you agree with my assessment of what the casual fan is? Is that a good description? 100%. Yeah. And it's like there's no demographic or point. It's just like, bro, if your creative is really good, more people are going to watch. When it gets bad, those same people that started watching will tune out again. That's as simple as that.
And then they'll hear that it's hot again and they'll come back.
And the casual fans come back. It's like casual fans, but the best way to describe them are the bandwagon jumpers.
Right.
If they jump on the bandwagon when it's good and they leave it when it's not. So what everybody says, you get the casual fans like, yeah, improve your creative. Do more character oriented stuff, do more storytelling, and then people will start watching your show and the casual fans will come, which is what WWE's done with the Bloodline storyline and the Kevin Owens Cody story, just like this interesting storyline. So.
And casual fans will buy tickets to WWE, but if you tell a casual fan, "Hey, AEW's here at Temple tonight," or TNA's at the arena, and they're kind of like,
they're not watching it, right?
Yeah. No offense to those companies, but if that's a casual fan, they'll go to WWE.
Why do you say no offense, bro?
Joe doesn't want to offend our fans.
I don't want to sound like I'm.
Konnan's going to yell at you regardless, even if you don't speak up. So what's the difference?
Right. Right.
Do you know, Konnan, that were you yell at me for interrupting?
Yeah.
That Vince plays that clip on his show all the time. That's
great.
So next one is from Robert Bailey Jr. Something's cut. You okay, 100?
Let me just say this real quick. Joe, you get what you pay for and you got nothing. Boom.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And Thank you for picking us. Boom.